Let's see, why did I start E3? When I first got licensed as an agent, I had that statistic hanging over my head that 87% of people who get their real estate license fail. Of the people who succeed, only 37% of those agents are in the top 5% of agents in the country. So there's a little bit over 5,500 agents in the United States that are in that top 5%. Well, to my surprise, my offers were getting accepted left and right. The first offer for the majority of my clients. And naturally, most agents do start out representing buyers. And I was shocked because we're in a very competitive market here in the Bay Area. And I was hearing my clients tell me about their friends who had written 13 offers with no acceptance, or had found out that they had a crumbling foundation after getting the keys to their house. All these stories that I knew my clients were not having to face. Well, these 3 business partners of mine are pretty talented and pretty smart, and I would say that they trained me pretty well. So I immediately knew I was working with extremely skilled and talented professionals in this industry. And on top of that, they have the kindest hearts, which matters to me. And so we all care about people on an equal level. So when I first started to get my first couple of listings and I was getting all these offers, I thought, oh my gosh, no wonder my offers are getting accepted. So many agents out there have not had the proper training. I couldn't believe that the things I had been taught to fill out on the purchase agreement weren't even filled out by these agents. A lot of them didn't even know to change terms. And this is a big percentage of the offers that I still see come into this day on my listings.
I'll give you a little bit of the reason why I started E3. I wanted change. I was at a brokerage, got along with a lot of the people there, but I wanted more. I think at the end of the day, I wanted growth. I wanted an opportunity to grow. I wanted an opportunity to change lives. And by doing that, I knew I had to leave that brokerage to start something either on my own or with somebody else. And so I decided to reach out to a good friend of ours, Stephanie Billett, and she owns a brokerage, and said, hey, I need to hang my license with you for a little bit while I get up and running. And she's like, yeah, no problem, come on board, and we did that. And we started to click, and everything kind of started to go in a direction of kind of partnership. And she had a partner, Mari Wines, at the time. And so we've had multiple conversations and just talking about what we want to do. And the one factor that came in of why we partnered up was we really had the same goal in mind, which is it's caring about each other, caring about the people you surround yourself with. It wasn't just about the finances. And when you go into work with each other and you go into business with each other, you gotta have a lot of the same values, right?
Before I tell you about why we started E3 Realty, I'm gonna take you back in time and share a story about why I got into this industry in the first place. I was in my early 20s, I was a student at Sac State, and I found out I was gonna be a father. Now at the time, there's a million things going on in my head, but the number one thought was, how am I going to pull this off? How am I gonna support my family? I was looking for an opportunity, as you can imagine, to make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time possible. Because remember, I'm working at the bank, I'm making less than $10 an hour, and that's not gonna cut it. So I'm talking to people, I'm doing research. While I was working at the bank, a few people would come in every week, every Friday with these huge checks, multiple checks, huge. And I asked them, what are you guys doing? And they said, oh, we're selling loans, or we're selling homes, or we're in real estate, or we're in the industry. So I started asking more questions and I came up with a plan. And guess what? July to September, I secured a job. I became a loan officer here in Walnut Creek, California. And by December of that same year, 3 months, I bought a house. Now, I don't come from money. I didn't get all kinds of cash from mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. I busted my butt and I earned it. We bought a house before my son was born. And here I am almost 20 years later, still standing, still in this industry. And people all the time ask, are you still in real estate? Yes, I'm still in real estate. Why do they ask that? Because it's not uncommon for people to get their license and to fizzle out within a year or two. Onto something different, new career, back to school, whatever it might be. But here I am still standing.
Then what happened was Brian came over. I had to pull him out of retirement, pretty funny actually. He was in the backyard of his house and telling me how he was loving the gardening life. And I said, get your butt out of retirement and get over here. So he came on board And then the four of us kind of created E3 Realty and Loans. And the one thing all four of us will tell you is we'll always put others first. There's no question that any of the four of us would have took our shirts off our back and give it to the person in need. That being said though, we brought on Michael Gordon and he replaced Stephanie due to she went in a different direction. And Michael's the exact same way. I've known Michael for many, many years, and there's something that he definitely brings to the table, which all four of us is he is always there for others.
See, my career started 20 plus years ago, and I got into this industry because I wanted to learn how to help people financially. I wanted to show them how to do better with what they're working with and help them achieve whatever goal they had in mind for their future. And getting into finance for real estate is actually how I started before eventually getting my real estate license and being the broker that I am today. So back in the beginning of my career, I signed up to work with a brokerage and they put me through a 2-week boot camp that was 8 hours a day to teach me everything I'm supposed to know as a professional to go out there and help clients, and then boom, pushed me into the deep end. Well, I started swimming and I started helping my mentors and the people that I was there to learn from. I was working on their files, I was working on their transactions, trying to learn as much as I could about the business and how I can help clients. Fast forward to the fact that 9 months later, I finally got an opportunity to help my first client. Unfortunately, the education and the things that I was taught was nowhere near sufficient of what was needed because I was in for a rude awakening. At the closing table, I'm sitting there across from a client who trusted me to help them, and they're facing an out-of-pocket expense that was thousands of dollars more than what I had quoted up front. You see, what was lacking in the training was the ability to fill out and properly calculate what's called a good faith estimate at the time. That was the estimate for down payment and closing costs. Well, now that my client's sitting across the table from me with their mouth wide open wondering how it could be thousands of dollars more, well, I quickly stepped up to the plate and I gave up my entire first paycheck to make sure that my client did not spend 1 penny more than what I had promised them up front. You see, I take my fiduciary duty very, very serious. What that means is I put clients ahead of paychecks. And that first hit really shook me and showed me that I had a lot more to learn to be a true professional in this industry. So I took care of my client, but I quickly needed to figure out, okay, I don't want to make this mistake again. How can I learn more and be the true professional that I've become today?
And so why I started E3 is I've always loved helping people. I'm the go-to person in my world, in my circle. So ever since I was an early graduate from college, I'm the person who I've probably helped 100 people with their resumes, 100 people with their taxes, job searches, you name it. I'm like, let me please help make your life better. That's what makes me happy. That's what brings me purpose and meaning and joy. And so I find these incredibly talented business partners to partner up with who have that same yearning to help people inside of them.
And I think that's one of the major things that I want to stress is when we created this company, it wasn't all about making money. That's the last thing. Taking care of people is the #1 priority, and all four of us will do anything it takes to give to somebody else so they can grow.
Getting to know Chris, Mari, and Ryan both on a personal level and a professional level, I actually got to see their true colors in all kinds of different scenarios. So whether it was networking events that we happened to be at together, or working on transactions together, or eventually as Ryan and I started working together a decade ago and Chris 7+ years ago, you know, I got to really know everybody on a really deep personal level, and I get to see how they treat their clients. I get to see how do they treat people to their face and what goes on behind the scenes. And that's where you can see people's true colors and their heart come out. And I'm proud to say, you know, my friends and business partners, it's a bit of the emotional part. They're just extraordinary humans. They're extraordinary people that I'm absolutely proud to be associated with, because they, like me, want to put others ahead of what something means to them. You know, we put in a lot of time, effort, energy, and money, investing into our company, investing into our agents, investing into our clients, because we truly care about their best interest ahead of our own. And see, and that's why none of us lack for business. This is why leads roll in. This is why referral partnerships are formed. This is why we never want for business, and we want to show other people how to show up big and do for others without any expectation of anything in return.
So myself and my business partners would hear these stories almost every day. We're meeting both agents and clients who were discouraged about selling or buying a home in this Bay Area market. The four of us were all equally disappointed about this, which is where we discovered our passion and why we built E3. We wanted to develop the best training and tools and provide our agents with unbeatable knowledge so that they could provide the ultimate service that their clients deserve during the largest transactions of their lives.
So when we first started E3, our 3 E's are empower, elevate, and enrich. And when we talk about empowering, we're talking about empowering our team. When I started in real estate, and most people get into real estate, we need to do A to Z. And listen, I'm not an amazing marketer. It's not what my strength is. Tools and systems and sales and negotiations, that's my strength. And so when we talk about empowering our team, we're talking about making sure we put all of our agents in the best position possible to help serve.
One of the reasons why we started E3 is because we understand that making money fast may seem like success, but it's not long-term success. It's flash-in-the-pan success, and that's what I was. We bought that house, bought another house, invested in Texas, bought some rentals. Guess what? Lost it all. Lost it all. And the number one thing that I would tell myself if I could go back in time is to partner with good people. Learn from the best. Tap in, learn, become a student of a game, and really devote yourself to becoming a professional in this industry.
The industry has a void and we're here to fill it. Agents are not getting the value that they should be getting from their brokerages, and there's a trickle-down effect to the consumers and all the way down to the communities. We're tired of hearing words like leadership and culture be thrown around with no thought behind them, and that's why we've done the opposite. We refuse to let our agents fail. Most agents didn't come into the business with marketing skills, social media skills, legal skills, compliance backgrounds. You came here to sell real estate, and we can totally relate. This company was built with the purpose to provide value to our agents through expertise in every area other than real estate. We've researched and acquired the best tools and systems that will support and develop knowledgeable and successful agents in this industry. We want you to succeed.
We built this company because we realized that you can build and should build a business within ours. We want to make sure that we provide you with the training, the support, the tools, the systems, all of the things that are critical to long-term success so that you're not a flash in the pan and that you see every bit of success that you set out to see when you started in this industry.
We love to help people. We love to watch people succeed. We value individuality and authenticity. We truly, truly care. We want to help people build true wealth. What we want to help agents achieve is financial stability, a flexible schedule, a specific lifestyle, whatever lifestyle you want, more meaning and purpose, to be part of something bigger than themselves.
The other big thing is flexible schedule. Now look, you need structure in this industry. There's nobody out there that I know who's crushing it in real estate who doesn't have a structured schedule. But you need to have flexibility in that. You need a work-life balance. And without a work-life balance, you're not going to be able to enjoy everything you're doing for work, right? And then, a specific lifestyle, right? I have friends that they care about working as hard as possible to have the lifestyle they want. Whether that's private jets, casinos, boats, whatever you want, right? At the end of the day, what's the lifestyle you're trying to achieve, right? How do we help you get to that lifestyle, right? And more meaning and purpose. We notice a lot of agents want to be a part of something bigger than themselves.
And what agents are currently missing at most brokerages across the country is a lack of support, lack of guidance, lack of mentorship, lack of education, no path for the next level. No matter what level you're at, you might be doing 10 deals a year and be happy, but you still don't have a path in front of you to get to that next level.
Something that we really strive for as a company is to make sure all of our agents have a few different things. One, I think every agent needs financial stability, right? One of the biggest issues with our industry is the up and down roller coaster, right? I make a lot of money, I lose a lot of money. I don't have any deals, I got deals. I got no deals, I got deals, right? So one of the biggest issues that we work on is financial stability with our agents. We want to make sure that you have consistent income every single month coming in, because that helps with stress.
If you look at statistics from the largest brokerages across the entire country, their agents do 2 deals a year on average. We know we have so much more to offer than that because our agents are doing 4 times that many deals minimum. But we knew to compete with these brokerages, we had to come up with a revenue share plan, which is what all these big companies are offering. So just like we improved upon our training and all of our other processes, we improved on this part of our business too. Through what we've built here at E3, we want to help agents avoid struggling to make a living, being stuck in the rat race, doing the same thing you've always done and expecting better results when really it might just be a waste of time and money. We don't want people to miss out on family time or missing kids' games, missing vacations, experiencing a lower quality of life all around. Most of all, we don't want agents to have to go on the longer, more painful road to retirement.
Now, there is a technical aspect and skills and education that you need in order to be an incredible professional, and that's where I think that we have something special here, because we all, as an ownership group, and especially if you meet our agents that we already work with and live with on a daily basis, you will see that they do production that is far superior than people with their same tenure in the business. We have newer agents who are doing a lot of transactions compared to other people who have been in the business the same amount of time as them. And the magic sauce behind that is because we really step up to the plate and make sure that we can coach you from wherever you are today to help you excel and exceed and achieve the goals that are most important to you.
We believe that you deserve a clear path to achieving your dreams. You are the hero in your own story who's going to leave behind generational wealth. We want to help you become a well-equipped leader who has mastered the skills to build wealth for yourself and for your clients. We want you to be the go-to real estate expert in your community. We want people to trust you with helping them build wealth for their lives and their family for generations to come. We want to help you feel productive, empowered, motivated, knowledgeable, successful. We want you to be a leader in the real estate community. You will create residual income, generational wealth, and more time to do what you love.
Now, you don't have to be a top producer. If you want to do only X amount more because that's what's going to improve your life, or you're doing a tremendous amount of production, but yet you have no time for your family, no time for your friends, no time to go to your kids' sports events, plays, musicals, whatever they enjoy doing, and you want to be a part of your family's life and stop missing things. Man, there's so many ways that we can help you hone in your business, leverage support. We will coach you through it. We will help you get better at what you do, and you're going to be much better off for it. Your clients are going to be much better off for it. And we have a lot of fun doing it at the same time.
If these all sound like things you want for yourself as well, there's just 4 steps. 1, let us show you how you can change your life. 2, work with experts to build your customized business plan. 3, commit to being held accountable to reach your dreams. And 4, get to work and let's celebrate your wins.
What we want to help agents with over and over again is financial stability, flexible schedule, a specific lifestyle you're shooting for, and then to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Because at the end of the day, that is the top priority, is being bigger than, working together to achieve a massive goal.
Let's be honest, we're all here for the same reasons. It's opportunity. Opportunity to build a career, to make money, to grow roots, to support our families, to do all the things that we set out to do when we were dreaming big years and years ago. But I'll tell you that you can't do that on your own. And you can't do that fumbling around and making mistakes year in and year out. You need to partner with people, and that's what we did. Michael, Chris, Mari, phenomenal people. All four of us believe that given the right opportunity, given the right tools, the right systems, and the right support, that you can make it and make it big. And not just this year and not just next year, but for as long as you want.
And so the main reason we started E3 was because we wanted to help other agents achieve the same success that we were achieving in this industry, because it's pretty easy. There's not much to it. It's just that there's not the correct training. There's not brokerages out there staying up to date. Our market is forever changing, and my background is a marketing background, which you'll hear all about, I'm sure, soon enough. But you have to stay on top of it to bring clients through the door and to keep clients in the door and to keep them sending their family and friends to you. And so collectively, we really wanted to build a brokerage that offered agents the opportunity to reach their full potential and grow and become skilled and become leaders, become confident in this real estate market. And that is really, truly the original reason why we started E3.